much are you enjoying The Handmaid's Tale?
A lot.
Huh?
Because I've gone back to watching it.
Yeah, and what, Elisabeth Moss, tell us about your infatuation. You've got a bit of a crush on her, haven't you?
Yes, because she's brilliant in everything she's in. And
did you see that film called Her Smell? There was a trailer for it and then it sort of disappeared. Has it come out yet? She plays a sort of aging rock heroine. I think it's loosely based on the life of Courtney Love, who I danced with.
Yeah, she didn't play the main character, did she?
She plays the main singer. No, she's the main singer.
Oh, yes, what happened
What happened to that, guys? Do you know what happened to Her Smell? Anyway, the reason I'm talking about Elisabeth Moss is she is one of the many, 3 stars that are in this new film called The Kitchen, which is about New York mobsters and their wives. I think it might be riffing on the whole kind of Ocean's...
Widows.
Yeah, Widows. That's right. Widows was such a crushing disappointment, wasn't it?
I think I've heard of it. It's the American version of Widows.
It's the American version of Widows. You're absolutely right.
Fact.
Melissa McCarthy is in it.
Yeah.
Elisabeth Moss is in it. I forget who the third actress is. Me and Maddie watched the first trailer and we were a little underwhelmed.
Yeah. And Widows wasn't good, was it?
Widows was awful. Now, I think because for some reason Widows sort of fell foul of going for all the kind of obvious tropes, didn't you think? Playing second fiddle, all that sort of stuff.
And also, I mean, it was made by an art house film director. It should not have looked like that. It should not have been like that.
Well, we're not judging yet. Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen.
But this is a completely different film. This is called The Kitchen.
Because Hell's Kitchen.
Of course it is. Hell's Kitchen, that little area in New York, which is brilliant for
goodness
restaurants.
sake, I sometimes wonder if you know anything.
I know, so do I, Mum. So do I.
Look, that's New York, New York.
Mum, you're like Google.
I know.
You're like a human manifestation of Google.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen, and also, what's the other thing I was going to say? Oh, and this is based actually on a comic book series, which so many shows are these days, aren't they? They're based on either graphic novels, comic books.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really chuffed that the comic book and the graphic novel is spawning so much rich content, because without it, there'd be nothing.
Is it good? Let's hope it's good.
Good question. Is it rich or is it shit?
Exactly.
Alfonso Corretti. You girls been very busy, haven't you, Ruby? Mrs. Brennan. I won't bite. Claire, you're the one I have to watch out for, aren't you?
Listen to the wind blow.
My husband's had 24 more months left on his sentences. You girls are gonna be just fine. We're gonna take care of you.
Can't even make the rep with what they gave me last night.
What are we gonna do?
All these men working these streets and not a solid set of balls anywhere.
Bunch of guys that don't even remember what family means.
So we remind them.
I don't want you to do it. I want you to teach me how to do it.
Step off my business.
Baby, it's my business now.
Any of you need to talk this shit through?
Then get out of our way.
I'm what it likes to wipe you off the face of the earth. Run.
We worked hard for this. You want to go back to how it was?
I'd rather die than go back.
You go to war, there's no coming back.
Claire, put a bullet in his head.
You girls kill me.
You can't go wrong with a bit of Fleetwood Mac in your trailer, can you?
No.
What do you think of that? Give us your honest opinion. Say words as they come to you, when they come to you, Mum. Say them now.
I'm never convinced by female mobsters, gangsters. I'm just never convinced.
I so 100% agree with you.
And even when somebody is sort of... I mean, I like Melissa McCarthy a lot. I think she's funny, and I think
she's all right.
She's transferred to straight acting quite well,
which is
I think,
nice,
in that book, film about books.
Yeah.
But when they do this with the gun, I'm never convinced. I think it would fall on your foot. Come on, let's raise it.
I'm going to level a criticism of what it looks like, which I also levelled at the Maggie Gyllenhaal series, The Deuce, which was set in sort of 70s porn
was that
industry.
no good?
Well, it wasn't that it was no good. It's come back. I think it's a matter of opinion, isn't it? I think a lot of people like it. But my problem with that trailer was they were striving so hard for period detail.
Yeah.
That they almost sacrificed both the performances and the camera work and the setups. Do you know what I mean? It becomes quite static.
It looked quite nice.
Well, I don't know if it did. I just thought they were what I would call almost storyboarded shots of 70s New York for the mobster. So I agree. I end up thinking, God, look at all their wigs. They're trying too hard to look period.
Yeah.
And as soon as that starts out, whereas you go for any Scorsese movie, and usually because his budgets are so big, all of the setting and the set design and everything is so secondary to the rawness of the performance.
People have forgotten that somehow. They don't realise what he was doing now.
Yeah, so I do start to worry that there's a feeling that if you get all of the set design, period detail and era correct, including the music, you're 90% over the line, whereas actually you're not.
I hate to say it, but I think that's what's happened with Tarantino's new one, judging by the trailer.
Yeah, I'm slightly concerned.
Yeah.
But didn't really get a sense of Elisabeth Moss in there. Tiffany Haddish, I didn't get a sense of either.
Tiffany Haddish,
no, I don't either.
But I think with Elisabeth Moss, and I would say this, the hugest fan in the world, but her really good stuff comes when she's not doing anything at all physically.
Yes.
It's in her face when she shrugs and she moves her eyes and you think, oh my God, that's how she acts. And anything where she's got to pull out guns, I just wouldn't have cast her myself as
I don't know why, I'm not excited by that. It's like if you took all the elements that would work for a film that we'd like in a film that we'd like, they were all there, but none of them worked.
No, exactly.
It's really odd, isn't it?